Doctors Without Borders is the largest privately funded humanitarian relief organization in the world. Since its beginnings in Paris, France in 1971, the organization, founded by doctors and journalists and known globally as Médecins Sans Frontières, has remained committed to its mission of providing independent, impartial assistance to those whose survival is threatened by violence, neglect, or catastrophe, primarily due to armed conflict, epidemics, malnutrition, exclusion from healthcare, or natural disasters. MSF operates independently of political, military, and religious agendas. It does not take sides in armed conflicts, provides care on the basis of need alone, and pushes for increased independent access to victims of conflict as required under international humanitarian law. MSF's impact is reflected in its name, Knows No Boundaries. From genocide in Rwanda, where Doctors Without Borders provided care for internally displaced people, to Nigeria, where a meningitis epidemic was brought under control, to the civil war in Afghanistan, where the organization negotiated with fighting parties to gain access to those in need of medical care, to Colombia, where teams brought medical and psychological assistance to victims of the oldest conflict in Latin America, in Rio de Janeiro, where 1/3 of all its people live in extreme poverty, in slums, on the streets, and under viaducts, to Peru, where a team of psychologists implemented a support program to address the mental impact on a population affected by an earthquake, to the Philippines, where an inflatable hospital was constructed and electric and water supply systems were installed following a typhoon. In almost all emergencies, the population under the age of 5 years is the most vulnerable. No matter the age, MSF has truly impacted the world and the lives of those who are wrought with heartbreak and despair. In 1999, MSF was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in recognition of the organization's pioneering humanitarian work on several continents, honoring a medical staff that has treated tens of millions of people in more than 80 countries. MSF accepted the Nobel Peace Prize for the platform it provided, the opportunity to speak out on behalf of the people it treats and to expose injustice. Proceeds from the Nobel Prize were used to set up a neglected disease fund designed to support pilot projects for the clinical development, production, procurement, and distribution of treatments for neglected diseases such as Chagas, sleeping sickness, and malaria. On any given day, more than 30,000 staff were in the field representing MSF. That is but one number that is staggering. In 2012, MSF teams conducted more than 8.3 million patient consultations. Its staff delivered more than 185,000 babies, and its surgeons carried out more than 78,000 surgical procedures. Its ability to respond in times of crisis is because of the financial support it receives from donors, as well as strong financial controls the organization has put in place. Founded in this country in 1990, 86 cents of every dollar raised by Doctors Without Borders directly supports programming. The organization recently received an A rating from the American Institute of Philanthropy. The president of the board of directors of Doctors Without Borders in America is Dr. Dean Marchbein, an anesthesiologist who joined MSF in 2006. She works for Massachusetts General Hospital and the Cambridge Health Alliance. After beginning an MSF surgical program in the Ivory Coast, Dean has shared her skills in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Haiti, Libya, Nigeria, South Sudan, Syria, and Lebanon. She is but one of many individuals who speak a common language, that of care and compassion, while representing an organization that is known throughout the world for its work in improving the human condition on a scale unlike any other. We are pleased and honored to induct Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders, into the Medical Mission Hall of Fame as a member of the class of 2014.